Frame is solid, but obviously, guys, I mean, you know, let's be real here. There is the underside of the truck. Mint. Dude. You guys understand something. This build right here, this Victory Max build, is actually a collaboration build, you know, between me, Mark, and Ryan, and of course some of the other companies that we're working with in order to get this truck together. It is my truck, don't get me wrong, but what I like is the fact that we can actually document our talents and skills to build a truck that is so rusted and so destroyed that there's, if you think about it, there's really no way of actually bringing this thing back to life. But I want to show you guys, and I want to document to you how we really can. But with that being said, there's something that I didn't tell you about, and you know how I am. I like to be as transparent as possible. I actually was not going to tell you about this one right here, but the engine's got to go. I had to buy another motor. Also, one other thing I did not disclose to you guys, the truck nearly has 500,000 miles on it. All right, here we are, guys. We're in the shop. But what we have back here, guys, is the engine that you guys saw when we pulled it out of the truck, which is right here. And if it's still attached to the transmission, as you guys can see. And I want you to stay tuned for a later video. We're going to be doing an Allison 5-speed. Mark here, Kodiak truck right here. You guys know this gentleman. He's been on the channel. We also have Ryan here. You guys all know who Ryan is on the channel. We've done a lot of turbo videos and stuff like that we've posted on the channel. So again, we're using our expertise, our skills, and we're going to put it into play in this junkyard Duramax. So Ryan's really key in this one right here. He was able to outsource the motor for us in order to pick this one up right here. But explain to me how many miles this motor has on it that we didn't tell the viewers, and what's going on with it, why we decided to go with this instead of just rebuilding this one.
You betcha. So the secret was this. The truck originally had 420,000 miles on it. A lot of people are going to go, oh my gosh, 420,000 miles. That's an insane amount of miles. So you're right, it is. However, it was a one-owner truck. Obviously, it didn't get to 420,000 by the guy not maintaining it. So it's one of those things. I think just age got this engine here. What we ended up doing, we started kind of really going over the thing prior to us completely disassembling this thing 100%. We ended up pulling the oil.
Hey Ryan, the phone's ringing.
Perfect timing, right? Now I lost my train of thought. Prior to us taking the truck down, we ended up doing an inspection on this engine. Kind of did a once over on it. And what we ended up doing was pulling the oil fill cap off here. We pulled that oil fill cap off. It was steaming like a freight train out of here. Got a feeling it has some sort of ring issue. Potentially does, you know, a head gasket or something of that nature. But we just elected to say we're not going to go that route. Couple things, which time is kind of against us right now. We wanted just something quick, easy, boom, boom, to get it swapped out. So what we ended up doing, we said, forget about it. We're going to park this one on the side for now. There's going to be some pieces that we're going to need off this to transfer over to the new used motor that we got. So this motor here that we picked up came from a local salvage yard here. It's got 160,000 miles on it.
Pretty much what he's saying as well, guys, is I'm actually going to be tearing this all down in a later video, and then also we're going to be rebuilding the motor. So like he said, we're going to be swapping some of the components off from the old motor to this engine right here. But the goal with this one right here, and I want you to stay tuned, but some of the things that we've already ordered for it is going to be, of course, a RDS turbo. Now, I'm not going to disclose exactly what size turbo we're going to be going with. As a matter of fact, I'm not even going to do a high horsepower build on this one. I'd like to maybe hit 520 horsepower comfortably. We're going to be building the trans as well. So I think not only that, but the driveline is going to be all built. But with that being said, we're going to be definitely studying it. We're going to be putting injectors in this motor as well. And we're going to make sure, we're going to clean it. We're going to make sure it's super clean. It's going to be essentially rebuilt completely. And not only that, the motor's only got 100, would you say 100 and what?
160,000.
160K on it. That's the engine's not even broken in yet. So in my mind, this is going to be a very, very clean build once we're all completely done with it. But yes, I will be doing a build video on this one, so I want you to stay tuned for that. But yeah, I think it was a very smart move with what Ryan said here. He said excessive blow-by, rings in the heads. Who knows what the condition of the heads are? to just, let's be honest, it's more cost effective, but on top of that, we know that this one's going to be a strong runner. So that's why we're going with this engine right here. I think it's a better call. Well, this isn't the exact turbo that we're actually going to go with. We're going to be doing something a little different on the size, because I think this one right here, what size is this one right here, right?
This is 68.
Oh yeah, so we're not going to go with 68 with the LB7.
Nope.
Probably not a good call. We're not trying to hit 700 horsepower or 650. So, yep. But yes, this is the RDS turbo right here for an LB7.
This is our LB7. This is a 68 mil. We don't have the actuator on it yet, so that's why it looks a little funny. This isn't exactly 100% done, getting ready to ship out to customer here, but this is going to be a 68 factory drop-in. We're not going to go quite that big on Victory Max here. Stay tuned. We'll kind of show you guys in a later video what we're going to do sizing-wise. On that one too, we're also going to use the original exhaust housing, so we're going to get what's called a super core. We sell the super cores for the LB7 trucks with stock exhaust housing size.
It's Eric, the turbo guy.
What's going on?
Is that what you're called nowadays?
I guess so.
The turbo guy.
Eric, the turbo guy.
So I must ask you, why is this turbo better than any other turbo in the market for an LB7?
Because it's built by those two hands, obviously.
Sure, because it's built by these two hands.
Josh always likes to ask the awkward questions.
Seems like it.
It's like right on the spot. Sorry, man. I apologize. Dude, you got some ham hands, though. Look at them things.
We're not going to go with the 68. That's going to be a little too... We're not going to go with a 68 in this build. A little bit too big here. So we're going to end up going with probably a smaller size. Josh isn't going to be looking to make crazy horsepower with this truck. Just a respectable, nice daily driver. You'll see in a different video size-wise. We're also going to do something a little bit different. We're going to actually end up utilizing his factory turbine housing. Normally, like you guys see, we have brand new turbine housings that we use on these things when we build them and ship them out. In this case, with what we're doing, we're just going to actually get what we call a super core. We do have super cores on our website, but they're the stock turbine size, so that you guys could just drop them right in your stock housings, not have to machine them. In this case, being that we have the CNCs here, Eric's going to go machine out Josh's stock turbine housing so we can accept a larger turbine wheel in there, and we'll utilize it kind of as like a reman. We don't do the remans on the LB7s just because the turbine housings 9 times out of 10 are normally bad. In this case, being that's just a one-off project that we're doing, we can do just one, but mass production, we'd never be able to keep up with that many good exhaust housings. Why we just only offer the LB7s as a brand new.
And as a matter of fact, guys, use my coupon code TruckMaster. It's going to save you guys 99%. I did that to you.
Thought it was 105.
Also, they get money back when they buy a turbo.
Oh wow! Look at, I didn't even see that change. Gotcha. Upper management must not have told me about that. What's that?
You gotta pay them to pay.
Oh, gotcha. Gotcha.
What I've been doing for years.
All right. No, but seriously, guys, it's 5% on any turbos on the website. So if you guys want to go after something like that, you do them all. You do the Power Stroke and Cummins as well. So
Yep.
except for the 6.4, if I'm not mistaken.
6.4 Power
Really?
Strokes, we only do stock remans, but otherwise all the Power Stroke stuff, Cummins stuff, we actually just got launched on the website last week, so we got all Cummins dropping units on there. So yeah.
Awesome. Very cool. So we're really excited to get that done. As a matter of fact, leave in the comments what color we should paint the compressor housing. As a matter of fact, we're going to be doing an HSP intake. And just a heads up, guys, we're trying to go patriotic a little bit. So you guys, you let me know in the comments what we should do with that right there, that cover. Well, Mark's over here building his transfer cases as he always does. He has, of course, a lot of them to do today. So I don't want to get, I don't want to pull you away and whatnot. But what's going on with the transmission? What are we doing with this? And I'm pretty sure that you're just as excited as I am about getting this YouTube video posted.
Yep, we're going to do a full build on this. We've got clutches en route. We'll disclose that when they get here and we'll show you what we're doing. But this, when it's all said and done and built, this trans is going to take way more power than 520 horse, what you're shooting for on this. So it'll be nice. We're going to do C3 oilers, all the upgrades on it, everything else. We'll kind of document it. We did the 6-speed video. I know you got a lot of guys watch that. There's some differences in the 5-speed, and we're going to show you that. And in the 5-speeds, there's even a few variations from the LB7 to the LLY version transmission. And we'll explain that also in the video so you guys can see that and understand it. But yeah, no, it's going to be cool. I mean, I think our plan is to have everything built front to back.
I'm not saying that there's not other good, transmission builds on YouTube. I'm not saying that at all. But the ones that I'm going to be posting are going to be extremely exceptional. we're going in depth. We're going in detail on a lot of these things. So I do encourage you guys to watch the transmission 5-speed Allison build video. It's going to be very interesting, to say the least. So you and I were kind of discussing some things about the build, and you know, the amount of days that we're actually going to have into this build once it's finally completed. You guys know I live in another state. It's just about a 6, maybe 7-hour drive or so just to get to Wisconsin. And when I get here, I'm only here for maybe a day or two, or maybe 3 or 4 days. It just depends on what we can get done. And then I'm jetting back to Michigan, you know, of course, to be home. You know, I got to feed the chickens. But
It takes his private jet.
yeah, right. I wish. But
It's a red one.
or it's a red one. Yeah, it's got a Duramax in it. But with that being said, guys, we're probably only gonna have a couple weeks in this build. It's just gonna be like that one reality show you're talking about. What was that?
Yeah, I mean, for years I've watched him, and much respect for Chip Foose. I mean, that guy, he's an artist, and there's a lot of inspiration there that I see. And you know, when you do a build like this, you always want to kind of personalize it and have one off on everything, just a little different than the next one. And so, yeah, I think when this is all said and done, I think you guys will be amazed to see that real work time. We probably got maybe 10 or 12 8-hour, 10-hour days in this thing. Yeah, some days will be longer than most. We might have some 14, 16-hour days, but it'll be interesting to see. And I think you guys are going to be really surprised to see what comes about with this build.
Yeah, in the time frame, it's
Yeah.
gonna really be crazy.
Granted, everybody doesn't have a shop like this.
Right.
DIY guys, we get it. We're just trying to basically showcase this and do some cool stuff.
Okay, so that's it for this video today, guys. We are again resurrecting the Junkyard Duramax, and we're really excited. I hope you guys are too. And again, huge shout out to Ryan and Mark here at the team in Kodiak Truck, Ryan's Diesel Service. Mark doesn't sell the transmissions like some places do, where they're fully built and assembled. He likes it when you can bring your truck here, so he can actually rebuild it, remove and replace that transmission, and put it in there while it's here. So just a heads up, I know you guys are probably going to ask me that question, but other than that, that's pretty much it. Make sure you reach out to Ryan if you guys are interested in turbos or any other diesel work. So that's it. I do appreciate you guys. Thanks.
Yep, you bet.
All right, guys, we'll see you on the next video. Stay tuned.